Okay, finding a position first of all where your feet are about hip distance apart. So even on your chair, you want to think of your feet facing forward and your knees kind of right on top of your ankles. Sit at the front of your chair, so rather than sitting back, you want to sit up and kind of at the edge of your chair. And just take a moment to rock your hips back and forward a couple of times. So you're rounding, it's like a few cat-cows. If I go sideways, you're rolling and then you're stretching. I know there's a delay in the music also when you listen to it because my voice comes later, it's kind of odd. I've seen lots of YouTubes about sound recently, so it's just interesting to explore all these new ways. So just rock your hips forward and back and just notice your sitting bones, which are the two bones that are rocking on your chair, and just find their highest peak. So like a mountain, find where they're higher, where you feel higher on them, and then hold it there. Push those two bones down and try to grow away from them. So you're lengthening away from your sitting bones. And then just bring your hands. We're gonna give ourselves a hug today. We need a little bit of love, I think, especially in this lockdown time. So we're gonna breathe, but we're gonna put our hands crossed. So try and relax the shoulders. I know it's not too easy when you're hugging yourself like this, but try and release the shoulders down. We're going to breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe in, you want to open the ribs towards the sides of the room, lift the chest up. Try not to let the stomach blow out. As you breathe out, it's through the mouth. Squeeze your ribs towards each other. Try and encourage that with your hands, and squeeze your stomach in and the pelvic floor. So we do that again. Breathe in it through the nose. Open the ribs, lift the chest bone, not the shoulders, try and lengthen. And as you breathe out, it's through the mouth. Make a sound as you breathe out. So it's squeeze the ribs in, squeeze the stomach back, the pelvic floor. Let's do about 3 more. Breathe in it, open the ribs, lift the chest, and breathing out through the mouth, like you're blowing a balloon or a birthday candle. One last one. Breathing in, try and push your hands out as you breathe in. Think of your ribs being like an accordion that expands. And as you breathe out through the mouth, hug your ribs in, squeeze your stomach back, and lift your pelvic floor. Okay, just release the arms now. Try and keep that breath throughout, so you're really connecting the core on the breath out, squeezing the stomach back. We're going to breathe the arms up. That's your breath in now. So try and reach with your fingertips up towards the sky. And as you breathe out, press the hands down. Imagine you're moving your arms through water. So don't be flowy, be stretched and straight with your arms. So breathe and stretch them up. Arms in line with your ears. Exhale, slide the palms down, the shoulders down, the stomach in. And again. We're missing Ian, aren't we, Joe? Where's he gone? He hasn't sent me a text. Exhale, you booked? Oh, I hope he's all right. It's funny that. Breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out. So I'm counting that you're making a sound on the breath out. Last one, breathing in. Can we hold it here now? Keep breathing in and lift your shoulders to your ears. Try and touch your shoulders and ears. And as you breathe out, slide them down and away. Squeeze the stomach in and the rib cage. Inhale again. Stretch your shoulders up. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. Exhale them down. Let's just do 2 more. Breathe in it. And breathing out. Last one, breathe in. And breathing out. Now hold the left arm down. Try maybe to grab or your chair, I don't know, this leg or maybe the handle of where you're sitting to anchor that shoulder down. Maybe it doesn't work for you. I find sometimes it does, depending on the chair. Grab your head and then you're going to go towards the right with your head. Pull it towards the right with your right hand. So I'll mirror you. Try and relax that right shoulder away from the ear. That's it. And then breathe and come back to center. We're going to do that again. So as you breathe out, you want to push your head to the side. Inhaling back to center. Lengthen out. Exhale, we're doing 2 more. Try to squeeze your stomach back. Lift your pelvic floor off the chair. Breathing in back to center. Last one. Exhale. Hold it there about 8 seconds. 7, 6, try and pull on the head, but try not to move your shoulders. Notice if you're sinking or dipping towards one side. Hold it there, 1 more second. Lovely, and then come back up with that right hand. So I'll mirror you, breathe in. As you breathe out, just lengthen now towards the side. First your head, try and roll the head, and we're going into a side bend. Try and keep both your sitting bones on the chair and your feet grounded. And then breathe in, come back to center. So we're going to do 3 more. As you exhale, you want to drop the head, melt the head, then the shoulders on the side also. Nice, Matthew. And then coming back up. Exhale, first the head. Let go of the head a little bit more. Yeah, better. And then the shoulders. Squeeze the stomach in. Breathe in, coming up. Exhale to the side. Try and bring your left shoulder forward. Don't let it go back. Try and not high. That's it, nicer. Can we hold it there 4 more seconds? 3, 2, go on, Emily. Relax the head a little bit more. I'm sure you can. A little bit more. And then come back to center. Breathe in. Now on the breath out, you're just going to change up and down. So as one arm goes up, the other one goes down. Breathe in on the change. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale. So squeezing the stomach back as you breathe out. Breathe in, lengthen, yeah? Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to stay with the left hand up. Breathe in. Maybe anchor by just grabbing. I just grab the leg. I don't know if you see it. And I help myself kind of ground the shoulder down. See if it works for you. Grab with your left hand the right side of your head. And push it towards the left. Notice if you're here. Yeah, and look for space for your neck. Breathe in, back to center. Check your feet. Have they changed? Your hips? Just try and keep as symmetrical, square as possible. So your knees over your heels, your toes pointing forward. Breathe in, back to center. Try and look forward and. So you're looking forward to, your nose is pointing towards me. Yeah, that's it. It's like looking at the world sideways, yeah? Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's hold it there about 8 seconds. And I want you to pull a little bit harder on your head with your hand. Just gently slide your shoulders down and imagine you're breathing through the right side of your neck. See if you can imagine it stretching and lengthening a little bit more. Hold it there 1 more time, 1 more breath. And now lengthen the left arm up. Try not to go with the stretch. Anchor that hip down. First your head, then your shoulders. We're going to the side. So really try and melt. Inhale, back to center. Ideally, your arm is stretched and in line with your ear one day. So as you exhale, melt your head first. Make it like a puppet or a domino effect. 1 vertebra after the other. Breathe in, come back. 2 more. Exhale, first my head, then the shoulders. I'm leaning a little bit on the chair here to help myself. You might find that useful. Breathe in, back to center. I think it's 2 more, but you know what I'm like with counting, yeah? We'll do 1 or 2 more, you know, that I like holding my positions a little bit longer than maybe you want to, but that's only good for us. Breathe in, last one. We're gonna hold it 8 seconds, yeah? So first the head and the shoulders, ground the feet, ground the hips, squeeze the stomach in, arm back a little bit more if you can, stretch that elbow if you can, bring that right shoulder forward, melt the head, go on, melt the head a little bit more, little bit more. Yes, and breathe in, back to center. See if you can bring both hands up. Interlace the fingers. If you can't see mine, they're like that, yeah? Interlace them, stretch up. See if you can just hold this stretch for a second more. As you exhale, you're gonna go 4 times to the side. Now framing with your arms, your head. Exhale here, and then breathe in, come back to center. And then to the other side. Exhale to the other side. And breathe in, back to center. Exhale. If your shoulders hurt at all, if there's anything that you want me to adjust, remember there's variations for everything. So if your arms hurt, you can do it without arms to let go of the tension there. Breathe in, hold it here, and now we're going to bring our hands behind our head. Try to relax the shoulders down. See me, I was here, so really try to slide them down. Keep thinking that. And we're just going to push our head forward in space. And then back in space. And I'm going to show you sideways. Forward in space. And back in space. And forward in space. And back in space. 1 more. Forward in space. And back in space. Let's do little circles towards the right. Try not to move your arms. Your arms are there to just let you know what you're doing, if you're moving or not your head. Sometimes it helps feel the head movement. And then the other way, so you can do a couple, doesn't have to be many. Try not to move your shoulders though. Nice, okay, breathe in. See if you can lift your chest up, look up. And now as you breathe out, see if you can push your head down, relax your shoulders away from your ears and bring your chin near your chest, squeeze your stomach in and your pelvic floor. And again, breathe in, look up, stretch up. Exhale, squeeze the stomach in, roll the head down, the shoulders down. One, breathe in and stretch up, lift the chest. And breathing out, drop it down, hold it here this time. So we're not going to do anything except for hold the head down for a couple of breaths. So you want to breathe in and try and breathe to the space in between your shoulder blades. As you breathe out, see if you can just push your head down a little bit more, yeah? Hold it there. So you're looking down, breathe in. Try to slide those shoulders away from your ears a little bit more if you can. And as you breathe out, see if you can squeeze your stomach in and just roll a little bit further down. So we're just keeping our head down and trying to stretch it here. One last breath, breathe in. And now as you breathe out, drop your arms, let them just hang. And you're gonna roll yourself all the way down towards your thighs. That's it. So you're going all the way down. Now as you breathe in, see if you can stretch your stomach on your thighs. So lengthen your back. Like a tabletop position. I'll go sideways. You're trying to open the chest. It should feel like a back bend. And as you breathe out, you're going to drop the head down, breathe in and roll back up. Vertebra at a time, yes? So the head is the last thing to come up. So we try that again. So let's do it together. I'll go sideways so you see the movement. You're going to breathe in. And as you breathe out, that's when you're moving, right? So it's the head, then the shoulders. Squeeze the stomach in. Try and roll first the upper spine, then get to the middle spine by squeezing your stomach in. Lift your pelvic floor off the chair. Hold it here. Inhale. Try and stretch now your back. So you're lengthening your stomach on your thighs. You're looking down, long necks. And as you breathe out, first just drop your head down, breathe in, shake it out. And as you breathe out next, you're rolling up, chin to chest. All the way. Yes, can we do one more? And we're going to stay in that flat back and do a couple of arm stuff there, yeah? Not many, but a few. So you're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, head and shoulders roll all the way down. Take your time, squeeze your core so you really feel the back of your body working. Now breathe in, come to that tabletop position. See how long you can get your stomach on your thighs. Relax your shoulders. On your next breath out, you're going to lift your arms up sideways. Careful with your neighbours. Try and keep your back long. So I feel like I'm sticking my tailbone out, but I'm squeezing my stomach in to protect my lumbar spine. And then drop the arms down. We're just doing 4 more. So you're going to breathe out. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, drop. Breathing out. Inhale, drop. Breathing out. Inhale, drop. Last one. Breathing out. Inhale, drop. Relax the head now, breathe in. And on your next breath out, you're rolling all the way up again. One vertebra at a time. I thought I'd lost you there, Sarah. I was worried for a second. I couldn't see your arms. I thought, oh my God, is she okay? Okay, we're going to do that one more time. I just wanted to make sure if Sarah was still there. We're going to do this. Once we're down there, we're going to lengthen one arm forward and then the other one. 6 times and then we'll do something different, yeah? Try and keep that long back. So we're going to roll down and then look for that long back. So breathe in, lengthen, try and grow on your breath in, guys. That's what it's for. As you breathe out, squeeze your core first. Squeeze your pelvic floor, start rolling. First your chin, then your shoulders. Feel that middle back. As you roll all the way down to your thighs, you've got a C-shaped spine. And now inhale, you're lengthening your spine like a table. I should be able to put my tea and biscuits on there. Breathe in, and on your next breath in, grab the feet, lift the right arm up by your ear, and see if you can reach the left arm back. Exhale on the change, breathe in, change it around. Breathe in, other arm forward. Other arm back, lovely. Exhale on the change. That's 2 out of 6. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale on the change. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale on the change. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale on the change. One more, guys. Breathe in, lengthen. And now as you exhale, just drop everything down. Relax the head. Breathe in here. And as you breathe out, you're rolling up little by little. Nice. Okay, we're going to do rotations and then we'll work a little bit of balancing on the chair, which is quite interesting. Okay, rotations. We're going to start just with the neck. So see if you can grab the back of your chair now, just to open the chest. I just try and find somewhere where I feel like I'm opening back. And at the same time, I can ground my shoulders down and away from my ears. So maybe you can find somewhere on your chair that works for you. And just breathe here, breathe in, try and grow away from your shoulders with the crown. As you breathe out, squeeze your stomach in and just turn your head to the right. So try and turn your eyes to the right corner of your eyes too. Breathe in, back to center. Try and do that without moving anything else, guys. Exhale, so as you turn your head to the left, push your right shoulder back, look towards the left with your eyes. Breathe in, back to center. Exhale to the side. Squeeze your stomach back. Think of the pelvic floor lifting from the chair. It should help actually, the chair, feel the pelvic floor. Exhale to the other side. We're going to do about 2 more. Just take your time. Don't let me hurry you. Breathe and go to your rhythm. Breathe into the center, breathe out to the side. Breathe in, 1 more. Breathe in out, squeeze your stomach in, turn the head, turn the eye. Come back to center as you breathe in and just put your hands on your shoulders and you're just going to twist. Careful if you've got a back to the chair, just careful with your elbow, don't want to knock against it. Just be light. Try to notice now how much your hips are moving on your chair and try not to move them at all. It's quite hard, right, to do it properly without rocking your weight from one hip bone to the other. So imagine how much you want to kind of hold all the bottom of your hips with your core in this movement when you're standing. Gives you clues when you're sitting how much you're moving your hips. Ideally, you don't want to move them at all. You want to look forward and just twist your shoulders against your head. We're going to do about 10 more. And ideally, you want to breathe in, breathe out. So I'll count 10, yeah? And 9, and 8. Try to look forward, Joe. Keep your head forward. That's it. 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lovely. Stay in the center. Breathe the elbows up. See if you can touch your forearms behind your head. Then in front. And then exhale them down. Let's do that again. So you're going to breathe in. Try and touch your forearms behind your head. In front. Nice. Good, guys. Exhale them down. I think Matthew's a natural Pilates dude. Breathing in. Behind. In front. Exhale all the way down. We're going to go the other way. So try and keep your elbows together. Breathe them up as high as you can. Behind your head, squeeze your elbows together if you can. A little bit more, Nadia, I'm sure you can. Go on, squeeze those elbows, yeah. And then drop them down. Do 2 more in your own time, guys. Breathing in. Squeeze them behind. And exhale them down. Last one. Breathing in as you come up with your elbows as high together as you can. Behind. Nice. Exhale them down. And now you're just going to imagine you're carrying 2 trays. So you want your forearms kind of parallel to the floor with no wrist in your no angles in your wrists. So try and keep straight lines again. Squeeze your elbows in, push your thumbs back, and that's going to be your breath out. Feel your back work and your front, yeah? Breathe in, come back to center. And as you breathe out, squeeze your elbows in, keep them hugging your ribs and push your palms back. That's your breath out. Breathe in, back to center. Let's do that again. Exhale. Stomach back. So if I were going to look at you sideways, carry on. I should see the stomach go back in space, yeah? Exhale and back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. Slide the shoulder blades now down a little bit more. Inhale, come forward. Nice. Exhale. So this is a nice one to do when you're in the office. and you're feeling you're hunching over a little bit too much, just do about 8 of these. And just try and open the chest, keep your elbows in, press your palms back. Try and lower the hands if you can, a little bit more. Exhale them back. Inhale, come forward. 2 last ones. Exhale them back. Inhale, come forward. 1 more, we're holding it out. Exhale here. And you're just going to do little bounces. Try and go back rather than forward. I'll go sideways again. You want to go back. As you exhale, squeeze your stomach in, yeah? 10 more, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and now hold your palms as far back as you can, lift your chest bone up as you breathe in, shoulders down, try and open the chest, exhale, squeeze the elbows in a little bit more, just a little bit more. 1 more breath, breathe in, try and lengthen, and breathe out. Lovely. And then just release the hands, roll the shoulders up and down a couple of times. And then just go the other way, just loosen up all the shoulder area. Okay, so we're gonna ground the hips, ground the feet, and we're gonna work a little bit the feet in kind of a pretend balance. Ideally, this is specially done, it's done on a chair, but it's also done on a big Pilates ball, which is kind of fun also, it's more challenging. So I like to grab the chair again to anchor my shoulders down, see if it works for you. And now think of your feet. So you're gonna lift your heel, your right heel up as you breathe in, and then breathe it down. And then do the same with the left. Lift your left heel up, and then down as you breathe out. Just 2 more. Breathe the heel up of the right and exhale. Try not to slouch on your chair. Yeah? Breathing in and breathing out. Now lift the toes up of the right foot. Breathe in and breathe out. And then the left toes. Breathing in and breathing out. We're doing 2 more, just the toes, yeah? Breathing in and breathing out. Squeeze the stomach back. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. Now you're gonna lift the whole foot up on the right side. Try not to change anything. Breathe in, just bend the knee still, lift the foot up, and then exhale down. Yeah, on the breath in. You're just gonna lift up, lengthen, and exhale as you press it down. Good. We're just doing 2 more. Breathing in, up, try and grow, exhale, down. 1, breathing in, lift up, exhale, drop it down. We're going to work with the right leg up. So you're going to breathe the right leg up, try and hold it up, breathe in. Now as you breathe out, see you can stretch it. It doesn't need to stretch up, but more down maybe towards the floor. It doesn't have to stretch all the way. Breathe in as it bends. We're just doing 3 more. Exhale as it stretches. Try and grow, not get smaller. Yeah, that's it. Breathe in and breathe out. Squeeze the stomach in now. Breathe in. It's just 1 more, guys. Breathe out. See if you can hold that leg stretched. And then bring your hands in front of you. So you can squeeze your palms together and twist to the right, just for the last 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, bend that knee and just turn it out. We're coming into a pigeon before we go on the other side. Yeah, so that might be enough. You might want to encourage your knee down just by pushing on it lightly with your right hand. So you can let go of your palms, and then see if you can flex your right foot so that you're protecting your knee a little bit, and just encourage that inner thigh down with your right hand. If that's okay, see how much you can just lean forward. Try and keep a long stretched stomach. Lovely. Hold it there about 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center and change round. We're going with the other leg, yeah? So keep it up. Try not to, sometimes I see this a lot, right? Just to lift something, we're going down. Try to lift up with it, yeah? Grow with it, that's it. So you're using your core, supporting your spine. Hold it there, just 4 extensions. So you can stretch it up on the exhale or stretch it further toward the floor. Exhale, yeah? Inhale, back. And again, exhale. Inhale. 2 more, guys. Exhale, try and grow. Inhale, nice. Last one, exhale. Inhale, just hold it here about 8 seconds. Try and lengthen a little bit more if you can. Palms together. See if you can twist yourself to the left this time. You don't have to. You can bend your knee if that feels better. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3. Twist a little bit more. Use that exhale. 1. Come forward. Bend the knee. Release your hands down and just push lightly onto that left inner thigh now. Flex the left foot so that you're protecting the knee. And just see if you want to lean forward or not. Feel like you're sticking your tailbone out when you do this. Your chest forward. Lovely. And then come back to center. Release the feet just a little bit. And we're going to come to a standing position. We're going to do a roll and then stay on the mat and do a little bit of core work. And then keep your chair by you. We're going to work the ass. No, we're going to work the bum. But we're not going to do much. But I did it the other day. And wow, did I feel it the next day. And it's very little, but the chair does increase it. So you can use the chair or not, but keep it nearby in case you do choose to use it. But we're going to work just standing on the mat, at the back of your mat. If you've got one, if not, just bring yourself somewhere comfortable on your floor. Maybe a towel or anything that's comfortable for you to lay on the floor. Okay, so then you want to adjust maybe your camera angle so I can see your mat. And we're just going to roll down. So we're going to do this together. Go to the back of your mat. We'll repeat it just once and then stay on the floor. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe in, you're lengthening. As you breathe out, you're going to roll down, vertebra at a time, little by little. Now with your hands reaching the floor by bending your knees. Yeah? So you want your hands to reach the floor, you want to bend your knees, you want to get your stomach near your thighs, and then you want to walk forward about 4 steps. 3, 2, 1, into a plank. And from your plank, you can stay here and do a downward dog into plank. We'll do 4 repetitions, or cat-cow, which is this. Yeah? So I'm going to do cat-cow. If you do a downward dog, we're doing this and shift it into plank. So let's go. Breathing in into downward dog, if that's what you're doing. Breathing out. Roll the spine. That's 1. We're doing 3 more. Breathing in. Open the chest. Breathing out. Roll the spine. That's 2. Breathing in. Open the chest. Breathing out. That's 3. 1 more, guys. Breathing in. Lift the chest. Exhale. That's 4. And now you want to drop your knees down towards the floor, wherever you are. Make sure your hands are right underneath your shoulders, and we're just going to sink it into our shoulders. So we're going to stay on the floor now. Sink into your shoulders and then push the floor away. Just notice the difference, right? Of sinking and then pushing the floor, squeezing the stomach in and letting your head slightly go back in space. So slightly a double chin. And then breathing, you're just kind of hanging, you're not thinking of posture. Breathe out, you're pushing the floor away, you're squeezing your stomach in, pelvic floor, long necks. Let's do about 2 more. Ideally, you want to look at the space in between your hands all the time, yeah? 1 more, breathing in. And breathing out. Now keep checking that you're pushing the floor away and not sinking into your shoulder. We're going to lift the right leg and the left arm. So that's your next breath in. You're going to breathe in, lift. And as you breathe out, you're dropping very lightly the hand, the leg, and then changing. So you're breathing the other leg, the other arm up. So remember, it's opposite leg to arm. That's the breath in, breathe out, drop it down. Then you're changing it around. Go to your rhythm. But always try to look down so your neck is long, no wrinkles in the skin of the neck. You're looking down towards the space in between your hands. You're not sinking into the shoulders. And as you breathe in, think of length. As you breathe out, think of squeezing your core away from the floor. Let's do about 4 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, lengthening, breathing out. two last ones, we're just going to hold these two last ones for about 8 seconds in the air. So choose what leg or arm you want to hold up first. Let me see it. Push the floor away. Don't sink into your hand that's on the floor. Lengthen the spine. Think long on your breath in. Go on. 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Drop that arm, that leg, and change it around. So it's the opposite arm and leg that lift. Hold it there. Push the floor away. See if you can tuck your stomach back a little bit more. Support your lumbar spine. See if you can look to the floor. Have that arm in line with your ear, like you're shaking my hand with your palm. Yes, that's better. 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop it down. Sit down. Come into a child's pose. So you want to sit back. Yeah. Walk your hands forward. You might need a cushion underneath your forehead if your head doesn't reach the floor. If it does, try and get your forehead to reach, and then you want the tip of your nose and your forehead to reach the floor. So if you can get them both to touch, that's a good neckline. Usually it's a long neck, if you aim for that. So let's think of the breath and the deep core, the pelvic floor here. So you're going to breathe in. As you breathe in, just walk your hands forward. You're still in that child's pose position, but you're trying to look for length in the spine. And as you breathe out, see if you can just squeeze the stomach in, hold in that position, that stretch. So you're still in a child's pose, but you're squeezing your pelvic floor, trying to ground your hips down. And then do 2 more breaths. So we're not moving, but you're really trying to, again, squeeze the pelvic floor. So remember we said it was 3 muscles. I don't know if some of you might have missed our first chat. 3 muscles, anus, the front and the middle. Yeah, you want to squeeze all 3. And then on the breath in, you want to let go. Let's do 1 more breath like that. So as you breathe in, your spine naturally lengthens. So make sure you walk your hands forward to increase the length. And then exhale, lift your stomach away from your thighs by squeezing it in. Squeeze your pelvic floor, 3 areas. Nice. Okay, let's come. Can we do one last little thing for rotation on our hands and knees, and then we'll do a little bit of stomach work and bridges. And that's a little back and we're done. So 3 little things, yeah? Okay, so rotations, they're very good. They're good for the core, very good for the spine, the shoulders, and they're not too much of an effort, so I quite like them. So you're going to breathe in, just look for that long spine. As you breathe out, imagine you're nudging the ceiling away. So you're going to push the ceiling away with your elbow and look up. Try and get that hand in line with your kind of neck or your armpit. And exhale, drop down, inhale, sorry, drop down on the inhale. I know it's weird, but I want the exhale to help you twist. So as you look up, push up, try and exhale, even though it might feel strange. Exhale here, and then as you breathe in, drop the hand and just think of lengthening the spine. And change it again, exhale. Imagine you're nudging the ceiling away. Try and get a stretched spine here, don't round it. And then drop it down. And exhale as you twist. Make a sound. And breathe in, drop it down. Keep going, about 4 more. So as you lift the right elbow, look what happens. Just take a moment of break. That happens. Your right hip goes forward. You want to push it back. Inhale. Exhale as you lift your left elbow. Don't let the left hip go forward. Push it back. And down. Can we hold these last 2? So right elbow up for everybody this time. See if you can either look up, ideally if your neck hurts, just look down towards the bottom arm. See if you can maybe reach up with your right fingertips and try and touch the ceiling and the floor at the same time. Twist your nipples to the right a little bit more. Hold it there, yeah, nice. Now see if you can, rather than sink, look for space, guys, look for space. Yes, Suzanne, go on, 2 more seconds, 3, and 1, beautiful. And then go to the other side, same thing, yeah? Nudge the elbow up, use your core to twist rather than your shoulders. Then if you want to, it's all your choice, reach the fingertips up, palm faces out towards the left. Notice if you're sinking in your shoulder, push the floor away, twist from the core, lovely guys, squeeze it in on the exhale, 1 more time, nice, and drop it down. Okay, let's sit back again, child's pose, and you're just going to walk your hand to the right side. So it's a child's pose to the right, 3 breaths, no moving. So you just want to relax the head, maybe put your forehead on top of a cushion again, a book sometimes works. As you breathe out, just try and sink a little bit more the left shoulder down towards the floor. It tends to be higher. And you're looking to square your shoulders towards the floor, especially your left shoulder, the left side of your back will stretch here. Do one more breath, taking the attention to the left side of your body. So we go to the other side, a couple breaths. So walk your hands to the other side. So left. Try and not cross too much, just a little bit. Find a nice diagonal. So if we were a clock, I don't know if this will make sense in your mind, but maybe our hands would be at 2 o'clock. Maximum 2:30, not 3. Do a couple more breaths. Think of the right side of your body, relax it down, breathe into that space, the right rib cage. Exhale, see if you can still squeeze the pelvic floor so you're actually active here in the pelvic floor, in the stomach muscles, lifting them away from your thighs. And then when you're ready, come to the center and just roll yourself up. We'll come to sit and to do a little bit of core and a little bit of bridge and a little bit of back, and we're done. Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but it's very little, you know me. Okay, let's find a position where your feet are about hip distance apart and you want to grab your shins. There's kind of 2 purposes for this: to stretch your lumbar spine and your upper spine and work the core. So you want to use first your hands to help lengthen, that's your breath in, and as you breathe out you want to use your core to roll your lumbar spine on the mat, but also grab your shins tightly so you're stretching your upper spine. So lean into it, come into that stretch, yeah, and then breathe in, use your arms, your length, your breath to lengthen. Exhale, see if you can roll, push your pubic bone up towards the sky and stretch into your shoulder blades. See if you can push those shoulders down a little bit more, Nadia. Breathe in, lengthen. And as you exhale, roll back, grab your shins tight. And inhale, we'll just do 3 more. Stretching up, exhale, rolling back. Plugging our shoulders into our armpits, yeah. Breathing in, 2 more. Lengthen. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll back. Okay, so you can let go of your arms, breathe in, come back up, try and find length now without the help of your arms, and just stretch your legs for a second. Walk forward, but use your hips. Try not to use your hands, keep your knees straight. And then roll back. We're going to roll back 1 vertebra at a time. Make sure you've got space to stretch your arms behind your head. Also, if you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do so. Maybe you can do it with straight legs and squeezing them together, yeah? So breathe in, we're looking for that length, yeah? Breathe in out, we're rolling. Rolling the pubic bone up, C-shaped spine. I'm squeezing my legs together and pushing my heels down. And you might find you need to put your hands on the floor or bend your knees. Just see if you can roll all the way down. Let me know if there's anything that doesn't feel quite right. Emily, just be careful there. You might want to just come up with your shoulders and head now. So as you exhale, check it out, guys. We're going to squeeze our knees together. We're just going to bring our shoulders and head out for the moment. Plug our shoulders into our armpits and reach towards our feet. Exhale here, and then breathe and go back. We'll do about 6 like that, and then we'll develop it if you want to. Exhale. We're squeezing our stomach in. Inhale, go back. So in Spain, this is called a soup spoon kind of a position. And you actually do want your stomach to hollow out. So that's what you're thinking about, squeezing the stomach rather than out, pushing it back and in. So squeeze your exhale, squeeze your inner thighs, because that also helps connect your pelvic floor lift. Inhale, drop. 3 last ones. Exhale, try and reach towards your feet, suck your stomach in, shoulders down. Lovely. Inhale, back. Exhale. Inhale, back. 1 more, guys. Exhale. Now, see if you want to roll all the way up, and this really depends on your spine, how comfortable you feel. So you can carry on doing what we just did, or maybe you can feel that you can come all the way up. You might need your hands, just be gentle, that's it. So especially if you find it hard, and that's just back shape, so don't take it personal. It's not even strength to do with strength sometimes, just how we're made, right? Just help yourself with your hands. It does improve. Sometimes it's to do with space in between vertebrae and maybe a bit of a fusion there, but sometimes it's just anatomical. So you can explore that by doing this movement and trying to take it slowly, especially when you want to go quick. So when you want to go, whoa, try and take it slow. Help yourself with your hands when you find you can't breathe in. And then as you breathe out, we're rolling back down. We're just going to do one more, and you don't have to roll all the way up if that doesn't feel good, yeah? I'd say always squeeze your knees together, because the inner thighs are connected to the pelvic floor, so they will directly connect that deep core. Breathing in, nice, Suzanne. You can tell it's not your first Pilates class, is it, Suzanne? I didn't ask you. Okay, breathe in, arms behind, hold it here, bend your knees. And we're just going to walk our feet together, knees together, but with bent knees. We're gonna exhale and just move our arms for now. And I really want you to think of squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing your pelvic floor on the exhale. And really, if I were to see you, your stomach would be going back towards the floor. You'll be squeezing it back. Your rib cage will be hugging in and towards each other. Yeah? So you're breathing in, arms back, breathing out. Squeeze your pelvic floor, rib cage. Inhale, arms back. Exhale. Try and have your knees together, bell. It's going to help not only your knees, so it's good for knee pain to strengthen that inner thigh, but it's also good to connect the pelvic floor. So squeeze them together. That's it. Nice. Now we're going to do 8 more with the option to lift your head and shoulders, and that's only if your neck doesn't hurt, yeah? Breathe in, go back. Exhale, come up. Squeeze your stomach in. Don't let it pop out. So we had that conversation last week of number 2, right? We don't want to number 2 it. We want to squeeze the stomach in and back, which is quite the opposite. Inhale, back. Exhale. Suck the stomach in, shoulders down, breathe in, back. Just 3 more. I like to look at my stomach when I lift my head and shoulders and push my stomach in with my eyes. So I actually see it going in. So as you exhale, so you can do that without pushing the chin to the chest. So you should leave enough space for a little orange to fit. Hold it up with the head or down, you choose. Now we're going to hold it here or down with the head, and we're just going to change our arms. So you're going to do 4 changes. Breathe in, breathe out. So the head is either up or down. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the stomach in, inner thighs. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze the stomach in, inner thighs. 1 more. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 hands by your hips, breathe in, arms back, head down if it was up. Now let's add just our legs. So don't move the head, drop the arms and lift 1 leg up. That's it, tabletop. Breathe in, drop that leg down, arms go back, and then you'll change it. Other leg up, exhale. See if you can now, really mindfully, breathe in and out. Keep doing that movement, but before the leg comes up, you want to squeeze your stomach in. So I can visually see how your stomach goes back. Exhale it. Remember that it's a tabletop position, so your shin is parallel to the floor, yeah? Exhale up, and inhale as you go down. Squeeze the stomach in before the leg lifts. Nice. Okay, if you want, you can lift head and shoulders. We're doing 8 more. It's up to you guys. Be honest with yourself. If there's pain, just don't do it. Breathe out, just do the legs and the breath. That should work the core just as well. Breathe in. So we've got 6 more. Breathe out. Hopefully, I miss, being in a class together, listen to everybody kind of breathing. So I hope you're breathing. Remember, you need to make a sound that's going to engage the core a little bit more. Yeah? And let's do 2 more, 2 last ones. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more, guys. We're there. Exhale. Gorgeous. Inhale. Can we now drop the head and just develop that into a kick, just to finalize that kind of section? Nice. Inhale, drop the leg down, arms back, And as you exhale, it's the other leg, arms back to where they were. Lovely. You don't have to stretch the leg all the way, but you can if you want to. Just see how comfortable you feel. But the idea is just to move arms and leg, yeah? Nothing else. So you should be rocking your back on the mat. There's control. Now, dear, just check that the arms go by your hips when the leg kicks up. Yeah, inhale, arms back, leg down. Yeah, exhale, leg up, arms hip. Inhale, change it. Yes. Now lift your head if you want to. We've got 8 last ones. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale. Think of the pelvic floor, guys. Still. Inhale, release it. It's quite hard to think of releasing. Squeeze. And release. Breathe in. And squeeze. And breathe in. Release. And squeeze. 3 more. We're done. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one, guys. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. And now bend your knee. Grab your legs with your arms. Maybe you can grab your opposite wrists or your opposite forearms or even your opposite elbows if you can really compress there. And maybe rock right and left. Really try and breathe and massage the back of your body. Try and notice that when you're grabbing your knees, your hips lift. You see? I grab my knees and my hips lift off the floor. So at the same time as pulling on to your knees, onto your legs, better said, try and unravel your hips onto the mat. Try and use your core to ground your lumbar spine. And just breathe in, maybe let go of your legs a little bit. And as you breathe out, squeeze them even more, ground your lumbar spine, squeeze the pelvic floor. Do one more breath here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. We're gonna just open the arms out and do a few twists, just as you are. Your feet can be up or down. You're gonna breathe in as you drop the legs. So let's drop the legs to the left and look to the right, yeah? So that's your breath in, dropping the legs, dropping the head to the opposite side. Exhale, lift the legs up. So you can do it with your knees together. So you're squeezing again your inner thighs, that's it. Again, it's gonna help your knees if you've got knee injuries. Strengthening the inner thigh is very good for the knee. Breathe in, look to the opposite side. Exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor, knees together, core, stomach in. Do about 6 more, let me see them. Try and keep your knees either they're in a 90-degree angle, but your feet can be up or down, so you choose. Keep your knees stuck together, like if I've put a 500-pound note in between them. Or even better, like if I've put the cure of this disease in between your knees. And yes, and you've got it there and you're going to be totally rich. Imagine if you've got the cure, the antidote. That's more than 500 pounds, isn't it? Save the world. Okay, that's enough of twisting. We're going to try and do a few bridges to finish off and then a little bit of the back, literally 8 backs. So the bridges, we want our feet on the ground if you want to take it easy, but I suggest try with a chair. So grab your chair, you up for it? Come onto your mat or not. Bring your chair so that you can bend your knees this way. So you want a tabletop position with the legs, so 90-degree angle, so your knees are right over your hips. And then just lay yourself on the floor with your shoulders, with your head. And we're actually going to start just by working the core. And I want you to not even think of the arms for now, remembering that the rectus abdominis shortens, and that causes your pubic bone to come closer to your rib cage. So I want you to think of that. So as you exhale, you're going to breathe in. And as you exhale, you're going to squeeze your stomach in, rib cage, lift your pubic bone off the floor or your tailbone off the floor, your lumbar spine. That's your breath out. And as you breathe in, you're just coming back to the spine, neutral position. So as you breathe out, first you squeeze your core, your pelvic floor, and then you lift up keeping the back of your belly button, that part of your spine, still on the floor. Yeah? Breathe in, drop down. So it's a very small movement. It's a pelvic tilt. That's what it's called in Pilates. Try and keep your heels and knees hip distance apart. So that's your exhale. So they're not together in this one. Inhale back down. Hopefully, because you've seen the movement there, you want to try and imagine your stomach is hollow. Not that it necessarily has to be, but that's the feeling you want to get, yeah? Inhale, drop it down. So let's think of, this is the way I keep doing that movement. The way I think of it is that my hips are doing abdominals rather than my head and shoulders, yeah? So think of it like that. As you exhale, sweep the core, lift the hips up, inhale, drop them down. Now, as soon as you've got that sorted, start adding your arms. As you inhale, your arms are going behind your head. As you exhale, your arms are going hovering by your hips. Lift your pubic bone off still. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale. So I say pubic bone because I imagine my pubic bone wants to touch my chin, but it's actually your tailbone that lifts off the mat, yeah? Exhale. Squeeze your pelvic floor. See if you can flex your feet now. And just push your heels into the chair as you lift your hips up. Just a little bit. Exhale. So you connect now your hamstrings a little bit more. Breathe it. Drop it down. We're going to do 4 more. Exhale. Lovely. Curl it up. Inhale. Careful that the knees are still right opposite your ankles. They're not together. They're not apart. They're right in line with your ankles. Inhale. Down. Exhale. Inhale. So now just totally been super intuitive. Now we want to lift our head and shoulders up. So that was cool, Nadia. You got it straight away. Inhale, back down. But if you want to take a rest, just take a rest with the head and shoulders, especially if your neck hurts. So you're lifting your hips, your head, your shoulders into that kind of C-shaped spine. So it's only your middle back that's on the floor. Exhale as you come up. Hips and shoulders come up, yeah? Hips and shoulders, is that clear? Up with the hips, up with the shoulders. That's it, inhale down. Let's just do 3 more. Exhale, hips up, shoulders up. Behind your belly button, grounded. Inhale, nice guys, better. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale, calm down, last one. Exhale. Now you can keep the head up or down. We're doing those 4 changes and then having a break. So breathe in with the hips up and the shoulders if you want. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 3. And now 2 hands by your hips. Just relax everything down. Take a break here. Bring your thighs to your chest. And roll the knees a couple of times just to release that area. Let me know if you can't hear me. I really don't know what you're listening to. I actually tried to log into my own class to see what it sounded like, but it started going beep, so I couldn't listen to it. Okay, change the direction of those circles. So feedback will be nice on sound today and last week, those that have come. See what you prefer. It's good to know. Okay, so now we've got one last little movement on this position, working the bridge, but in a full bridge. And this is really good for all the back of your body, your back, your core also, your legs, so it gets you strong glutes. We're just going to do a couple, but we're going to do them well. So you're going to press your hands into the floor. Try and keep on your heels for now, and then see the difference when you put your feet onto the chair. You're going to breathe in, keep your 90-degree angle, knees hip distance apart, breathe out and roll up. So you're rolling out all of the breath out, yeah? But try and come to a full one. Keep your heels on the chair. Try and lift your toes off. Lift them higher, the hips, that is, on the breath in. Breathe out and roll back down. I know it's a killer. It's a killer. And if you don't feel it, you will. You will eventually. But we're just going to do 3 more because I'm nice today. Breathe in, breathe out, roll up. So first your hips, try and connect your core first. So work from the core, then add your hands pushing down. Lift a little bit higher on your breath in. And breathing out, roll. First sink your upper spine, then middle spine, then lower spine. Nice one. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll, curve your pubic bone up. Yes, push your hands down, lift your chest higher. Go on a little bit higher if you can, a little bit higher. A little bit more, go on. Stretch those hip flexors. And then roll down on your breath out, using your core. Just like when you roll up and down. One more. One last one. I'm going to try and stay up, yeah? Breathe in, breathe out, roll up. And this is working the spine nicely, stretching it out, strengthening it. Hold it here, about 8 seconds, guys. Go on. 8 seconds to lift your hips higher. 7. Go on a little bit higher. 6, 5, 4, 3. A little bit higher. And then on your next breath out, just ripple back down again. Nice. Grab your legs in. Just rock side to side. We're going to do one variation of that. So, oh, it's already time, it's already 7 o'clock, but we're going to do one variation of that because I can't let you go without really finding out the real burn of the exercise. Just one and then we'll do it, yeah? Variations, don't get up, don't get up. I'll show you while you're stretching. We'll do it together and then we'll talk about it if there's any questions. So just roll, I'll show you first. You're going to roll up, you're going to stretch the right leg and just do little circles, 6 circles. Then drop that leg down, 6 circles with the other, and then roll down, and then we'll do the circles the other way, yeah? But let's do it together, guys. Breathe in, do nothing. Breathe out, roll up into your bridge, all the way up. And now put your feet onto the chair. Now on your breath in, stretch your leg up. Breathe in now and breathe out. Do a little circle, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I know. Let's just do the other one quickly. Breathe in, other leg, and breathe in, breathe out per circle. And drop it down. Breathe in, lift higher. Go on, stretch those hip flexors and roll down. We're going to do one more and we're done, yeah? If it gets too much, feet on the floor, that's going to be easier. Let's go for it, guys. Breathe in, do nothing. And when you're breathing out, we're rolling up, yeah? Keep your knees about 90-degree angles. Roll up, hold it there, and lift your right leg. Try to turn the other way. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and change. Breathe in. Lift the left leg up. It should sound like this. Beautiful, guys. And drop that foot down. Breathe in, lift higher. And breathe out. Roll all the way down. Lovely, guys. Grab your legs in one more time. Squeeze them in. Just see if you can rock forward. Remember, you've got the chair there, so we do a little rock and try and open your legs. We're going to finish using this chair for a stretch. So flex your toes, hook your hands to the chair, bend your knees as much as you have to, and just see if you can grab the chair, just fold into it. Use it as a way of kind of leaning and stretching. If you haven't got a chair, Nadia, you can bring your hands to the floor like you do in your yoga class, yeah. So it's just about just stretching the legs, the back after working them, yeah. Let your head hang, and let's think about breathing deep into our back. So take the breath to that space in between your shoulder blades. That's your breath in. As you breathe out, see if you can lift your pelvic floor off. Yeah, good idea. That's a good one, Nadia. See if you can lift your pelvic floor off the floor. You can really feel it here. So let's do 2 more. You're breathing in. Breathe into your shoulders, into the space in between your shoulder blades. Breathe out. See if you can suck your stomach in. Feel the weight of the breath out. Suck the stomach and the pelvic floor. 1 more. Nice. Breathing in. See if you can relax those shoulders a little bit more. Yeah, that's it, Emily. That looks more comfortable. See if you can let go of the head a little bit more, maybe. And then coming back up. Okay, just find a sitting position where you're facing me. Just to finish off, we'll breathe together, just as a closing. So any sitting position that's comfortable. Interlace the fingers, and we're just gonna look for space here. You're just gonna wriggle up and try and make space in between your hips and your ribs. So imagine that you can make that space that little bit big. That's it. And try and stretch the elbows, stretch the palms up, sit the hips down. And now as you breathe out, just slide your shoulders down, squeeze your ribs in, squeeze your stomach back, and squeeze your pelvic floor off the floor. Let's do that again. Breathe in, stretch up, wriggle up, try and make yourself a little bit more longer before you leave. And exhale, slide your shoulders down, squeeze your ribs in, stomach in, pelvic floor connects, lift off the floor. One more, last one. Breathe in, stretch up a little bit more, wriggle right, left, do whatever you have to do to feel tall. And on your breath out, so you can bring your palms together and slide down through the center. And thank you ever so much.